Sorry, yeah. Good morning, everyone. This is Dominique from Gail Borden, and welcome. So today I'm here, and I'm actually going to be speaking with the executive director of BFH, Cynthia Hernandez, and her husband is the founder of BFH. So we're going to actually have her give us a little bit more insight of these wonderful, beautiful outfits that we have here on display here at Gail Borden at the main library. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about their organization, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over or point it over so that Cynthia can give us a little bit more insight about these wonderful outfits that we have going here.
Well, thank you, Gail Borden, for inviting us and for letting us showcase some of our beautiful outfits. Mexico actually is comprised of 31 states and the Distrito Federal, which is Mexico City. And so each state really almost has its representative outfit. Before it was kind of broken up into cultural regions, but then it kind of created each state their own dress. So here you'll see a variety of dresses. This one right here in the front is from the state of Guerrero, which is on the coast, which is very hot in climate. So you'll see the shorter skirt, the immaculate beadwork on the blouses. Over here you'll see the one from Guanajuato, and the accompanying male outfit is right behind, and they actually produce a lot of strawberries. So yes, the dress kind of looks like a strawberry, and of course it has the traditional colors of the Mexican flag: red, white, and green. In the back you'll see the purple one is from Aguascalientes. They are very well known for their grapevines, so you'll see those purple influences. So a lot of the times the dresses take inspiration from the surrounding area. It kind of varies also in the climate. Mexico is very varied, from very hot to rather cool. So, and it also kind of depends on what era they were inspired to get their dresses. Some of these are very old traditional costumes, and some of them you'll still see the older people still wearing them for daily wear. And others, it's more just for celebrations that you see them wear the outfits. And so it's a wide variety, and us in BFH, we like to try to preserve the essence. We are Ballet Folklorico, so we are kind of an academia dance. I don't consider ourselves traditional dances, because only the traditional dancers in each native town are the real traditional dancers.
So what about the strawberry dress? Is that a different dance for that one, or?
Yes, so as far as the dances, the music, of course, changes from region to region. So you'll have, everyone kind of is familiar with mariachi music, which is more in the mid part of Mexico. To the north, you have your grupos norteños, which are the ones that play your polka music. On the coast, you'll hear your tamborazos and bandas, which actually is kind of the music you hear nowadays on the radio. And then down in the south, you can get a lot more requinto groups and groups that have more traditional sound with guitars and trios, things like that. So the music, of course, also influences the type of dance. It could be sones, like from Jalisco, if you see that purple dress in the middle. That's from the state of Jalisco, which is kind of one of the more well-known, recognized dances. The gray outfit right behind would be the partner to that outfit, and that would be a simple caporal charro outfit. So you might have seen the more fancier ones with the metal detail. This is a little bit more simpler outfit. Of course, not as hot as the other ones. So depending on what the region and how, what level of classes, because even within a certain area, there's classes. You have more simple ranchero outfits, the ones who would be working the land, compared to the higher ups that have a little more money and can get better fabrics, be a little bit more extravagant with their outfits.
That was going to be my next question. I was curious about that. Is it based on, class or something of that sort? Now, what about this beautiful orange one that's right behind you?
So the orange one, we use it in several dances, kind of in the early 1900s, and you see it here in the U.S. as well. the floral fabrics, calicos. That was kind of the material of the time. And this outfit is actually kind of based on that. We use it in a cuadro, which is corridos mexicanos. So it's basically songs from the Revolutionary War. So these are kind of brighter colors, of course, because usually white you wouldn't want to wear right away. But this is one of the beautiful ones. And you'll see it's kind of pieced together with different fabrics, because usually you wouldn't be able to gain access to that much fabric of one type. So there you'll see many outfits in Mexico that have like these floral. Sometimes you see more stripes. Sometimes you see just a floral skirt with a white blouse. So this one, like I said, we use it's a creative dance, you could say, based on the revolutionary dances in Mexico.
Now, really quick, if we can go back to the beginning, Cynthia, can you just say that in Spanish as well so we can reach our Spanish? Is that okay?
If I can try to remember as much as I can.
That's fine. If we just can touch base on that in our Spanish.
Así que estos vestidos básicamente representan unos pocos de los diferentes vestuarios de México. En México hay 31 estados. Además, la Ciudad de México, y cada estado normalmente tiene su vestuario representativo. A veces entre el mismo estado hay varios vestidos. El vestido rojo viene siendo del estado de Guanajuato, que parece fresa, y es porque allí cultivan mucha fresa. También tiene la representativa colores de la bandera mexicana, rojo, verde y blanco. El vestuario al lado viene siendo el vestimenta de los hombres y tiene mucha influencia francesa, por eso está muy extravagante ese vestuario. Y se nota ya la influencia que viene terminando en el traje de charro, con el chaleco más cortito, pantalones acampanados. De allí es donde se evoluciona el traje de charro. Aquí al frente tenemos un vestido del estado de Guerrero, que es de la costa, y viene siendo muy caliente en ese lugar, así que la falda está más corta, y si ve, tiene mucho trabajo la blusa, muchos detallitos, que es básicamente antes era toda obra de mano. El vestuario morado atrás viene siendo del estado de Aguascalientes, que tiene mucha producción de las uvas, por eso tienen las uvas en la falda, y el color también. Atrás, el más conocido viene siendo como el vestuario de Jalisco. Este es una más simple, no tan colorido, y por eso el traje de los hombres también es poquito más simple. Tiene la greca de los pantalones, viene siendo más como caporal el traje de charro, no tiene la chamarra y camisa que normalmente ven, es simplemente una camisa de caporal. Y el vestido anaranjado es uno que usamos en un cuadro que llamamos Corridos Mexicanos, y ese tiene influencia de los corridos que se escuchaban durante la Revolución Mexicana, y por eso ve la tela que es floreada, que era básicamente lo que se usaba más en el tiempo de la Revolución. Y como normalmente no era muy difícil encontrar todo de una tela, a veces los vestuarios eran como hechos de pedazos, y por eso ves que son diferentes materiales, pero combinados en una manera que se vea bonito.
Okay. Wonderful. And then if we can just walk around, because I'm curious about the green one, if we can also say that in English. I know we almost forgot about that one, but it's such an eye catcher. So if we can mention that in English and Spanish as well. So what is this history of this dress?
So this is what we use for our danza de concheros, and the danza is a little bit more traditional. Danzas are always more traditional as far as the reason for the dance. They're usually made for religious purposes, a sort of celebration to thank the gods or spiritual worlds. And this is from Danza de Concheros. What is missing is a beautiful headdress with a bunch of feathers, And then, of course, on the feet, we have these ayoyotes, which are like these shaker rattles. And that's what gives it the sound when you're dancing. So if you've ever been to Mexico City, in El Zócalo, many times you'll still see groups that do concheros dancing. This, of course, is made for the stage, so it's a little more flashy and bright. But it's definitely something you can still see being performed. So este es el vestuario que usamos para danza de concheros, que viene siendo un poquito más tradicional. Las danzas siempre tienen más propósito de ser como religiosas o espirituales. Y usamos pero todavía le falta el penacho, que viene siendo algo que usamos en la cabeza, que tiene muchas plumas. Y además nos faltan los ayoyotes en los pies, se ponen aquí en las piernas, y cuando uno baila hace el sonido que le da la fuerza al baile.
Okay. And now, do you have someone sew the dresses for you, or do you buy it somewhere? Do you get it, like, how did we come to that?
For the most part, we usually purchase them from Mexico. In the past, it was more difficult simply because there weren't as many providers. Now it's getting a little easier because of the popularity of Ballet Folkloricos. And also it's difficult to do here simply because of the materials. Sometimes there are certain materials that are only found in certain regions. And even if you can find them here, for example, the ribbons, you'll find ribbons, but to make a dress from here gets very expensive simply because of the cost of the ribbons. So usually it's easier to order and bring from Mexico. We have made a few of the more simpler dresses, the more calico floral-based ones. We have done a few outfits here. But truly, to make it more authentic, it's better to bring them from Mexico. Así que normalmente sí compramos el vestuario en México, simplemente porque es más fácil encontrar las telas que sean más auténticas, y simplemente por el costo, porque a veces aunque uno puede encontrar el material aquí, como los listones, como son bastantes yardas, sí se pone muy caro si se trata de hacer los vestuarios aquí. Así que normalmente en México, para que sea más auténtico, es donde ordenamos vestuario y lo traemos.
Wonderful. And so we're going to walk over to the wall. We're going to show your organization that we have here. And just so everyone know that when you come and visit the main library, you would actually be able to see this right before you get to the computer center room. This is part of our Hispanic heritage display for the exhibit. So definitely wanted to show everyone that. And then at the very end, this is going to have the information about BFH, about Cynthia's company. So we're going to learn a little bit more. So this, I see there's children here. So do you do classes at all, or?
Yeah, so when the group first started in 1996, it was just a group of kind of teens and young adults that were interested in learning the dances, learning more about their culture. As the group started performing, there was definitely an interest from families who wanted their children to also participate. So when I graduated from college, I came back and I volunteered naively to teach the little I knew to the kids. So the kids group started in 2000, a couple years after BFH started. And we had one group, and basically we were all ages, and it just has grown from there. So right now at the moment we have 3 children's group. We start at age 5 with Grupo Infantil, and that's the one you see up here, the colorful ones. Mm-hmm. The one right here in purple is actually my daughter. So we already have second generations that are participating in BFH. And then after that, we have the Grupo de Niños, which they have moved on. It's been a couple years. And then we have the teen group, or Las Jóvenes, which is basically all females. And then the adult group still participates. So our group is actually broken down into 4 different age groups. And like I said, just ages 5 and up. So we are at Elgin Community College. We are in residence ensemble. We've been there since 2003. And we are very fortunate that they've have kind of taken us in and being able to provide such wonderful facilities so that these students have a great place to practice.
Can you say that one in Spanish?
Sí, así que cuando empezamos en el 1996, simplemente era un grupo de jóvenes que quería aprender bailes folclóricos. Ya en el 2000 empezamos el grupo de niños y de allí empezó nomás un simple grupo de niños de todas edades y ha crecido ya a 3 diferentes grupos. Tenemos el grupo infantil, que es el que ven en la foto colorida, y tenemos el grupo de niños, que son un poquito más grandes, y ya el grupo de jóvenes, que son puras jovencitas. Y sigue el grupo de adultos. Así que al momento tenemos como 4 diferentes grupos de edades. Hemos estado ahí en el colegio comunitario de Elgin desde el 2003. Somos un grupo residente y estamos muy agradecidos que el colegio nos ha invitado a ser parte de ellos porque tienen un lugar muy bonito donde podemos ensayar, donde los niños se sienten en confianza de estar allí en la escuela y muchos realmente siguen sus estudios ahí en el colegio porque ya están familiarizados con el colegio.
Awesome. Okay, and then you, so are there competitions that you guys do?
Yes, so we've participated a few times in competitions. The folklorico world is very big, like in California and in Texas. Many of the high schools down there actually have their own grupos folclóricos, and you'll see it in other schools. Some are nonprofits, some are high schools, and so you'll see many competitions, mainly like in Texas, where they are just competing choreographies, execution, things like that. And so we've gone several times. We won several awards throughout the years. We also participated in 2 competitions in New York, and that one was more open to international. So we had groups from Mexico coming, and we actually won 3rd place in that New York competition. So we were very happy.
Yeah.
So we do that just so the students can kind of see the other groups, because sometimes when you stay in your one bubble, that's all you know. And we always want our students to continue learning, continue expanding their ideas and thoughts. And so we like to participate so that they can see others that do basically what they love doing. Sí hemos competido en competencias en Texas, donde se encuentran muchos grupos folclóricos en las preparatorias. Ahí se encuentran grupos folclóricos y también en California tienen muchos. Así que hemos ido varias veces a competir y hemos recibido muchos premios. También hemos competido en Nueva York y allí era una competencia internacional con grupos de México que participaron también. Esa vez sí logramos ganar 3er premio, así que estamos muy orgullosos de eso. Y nos gusta competir de vez en cuando, simplemente para que los estudiantes puedan ver otros que hacen básicamente su misma arte y pueden continuar a aprender, continuar a expandir sus ideas y por eso competimos en los grupos.
Wonderful. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today, and I appreciate Cynthia taking the time out and visiting us and sharing this wonderful information and learning all about the history of these wonderful outfits that we have on display. And we will make sure that we will put a link in the comment below. This particular video regarding our Hispanic Heritage exhibit, as well as more information. So the website to BFH, and would you recommend them going to the website or the Facebook page, or you have a Facebook page, right?
Yes, yeah, so you can go to our web page, which is bfh.org. And I think it has all the links to our Facebook group and everything.
Okay, perfect.
And also, we would love to invite you to our 25th anniversary show. We are turning 25 this year. And our show will be at ECC on October 2nd and 3rd. We are happy to have it back live audience. So we would love to see you there. Nos encantaría que nos venga a visitar en nuestra presentación. Tenemos un evento octubre 2 y 3 en el colegio de ECC porque este año celebramos 25 años como grupo aquí de Elgin.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cynthia. So be sure to definitely come and visit us here at the Gail Borden Library, and definitely check them out, and come show some support and celebrate 25th anniversary. And because here at the library, we are all about the community, and we really appreciate you, Cynthia, once again for coming out. So everybody, I am Dominique from Gail Borden. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.